My name is Mattias Wallin. I'm Swedish businessman working in Thailand for 20 years, working for running supply chains for food and beverage companies in Thailand. So we started becoming interested in clean air ventilation systems. First, I think because the air quality in Thailand, in Bangkok, is gradually getting worse. We would like to have the air quality in our house that we live in to be good quality, especially for our family, our children growing up. And I think also the quality of Thai housing is getting better, especially in terms of windows and ceiling. So when you have a good isolation around a house, it also means that there's less ventilation with the outside air. So you get lower and lower oxygen levels in the house. For example, in the bedroom when you sleep, in the morning when you wake up, the air quality has been converted into carbon dioxide and therefore you feel drowsy. So I was looking for an air system that could constantly give purified, filtrated, high oxygen air into our house constantly. In this way, I believe that air quality is important for the future of our children. VentPro came with a solution that I thought was working very well, and they had a lot of experience with this in other countries. So their technology is very well proven. I'm very well familiar with the technology from being from Sweden. I know that in Sweden when we use systems like this. So I give them a lot of trust, and we installed their system in our house. So I would say I'm very happy. It was not easy because when we started to install the system in this house, this is an old house that we rebuilt, but basically reconstructed. But it also has some of the older designs. So it was not so easy to design in the piping and the air handling system into the house because it goes through all the floors and in the inner ceilings and in the walls. So we had to be very smart in how to design it. And I felt VentPro was very creative in finding solutions that we didn't see first. And how do we get, for example, from the ground floor to the second floor with the air system? How do we get from one room to the other when the room was having support beams? So it was difficult to find those, and I think VentPro was extremely creative in doing that. VentPro, they looked at location in every room of how would the optimum airflow circulate in the room so that the air is not just going out into the room and then being sucked back into the system again. So in that way, they were able to present to me a model in which you could actually calculate how the airflow would go through the house. And I think that was impressive. That was the part that made, I think, VentPro stand out from the others, that they actually had a science in terms of how airflows will circulate through house. So then we had, during the installations, we had some delays because it was more difficult as we thought to work it in. And VentPro was very flexible in finding resources to come here and accelerate the process and find ways to do the changes. I know that one of the senior personnel in VentPro came here personally to make a few changes because he had realized that the airflows through the house weren't as ideal as they should have. So they were coming here and making changes themselves and took a lot of ownership in the quality of the installation. So I'm very happy with the service and the follow-up and the team, the responsiveness. Every time we want to contact them, they always reply. They come to the house and visit when we ask them to. So I'm very happy with that. I would say for especially people that want to invest in a high-quality living, a high-quality house. It doesn't have to be a house; it could be apartments as well. But I would say that we invest the housing cost and the land cost in Thailand is going up a lot, and we are spending quite a lot of money in housing. So I think that when you do that, you should also have high expectations on the quality of the air, especially when you have children and you feel that air quality is something important to you, this is something that is coming. And as I said earlier, the ceiling and the windows and technology of quality of Thai housing in general is getting much better. It also means that the houses are not exchanging air from outside. The houses today are designed to keep air conditioned, cold air inside. So that's why you don't get the oxygen flow that you need. Air conditioners doesn't give oxygen, it just circulate air inside. So you need to have exchange of air outside. I would say for other families, it's important, other people in Thailand, it's important to start having better air circulation systems for your own well-being, for your freshness of mind. I think for longevity, living long life, you need quality air in your body. So that's, I believe this is going to be in everybody's house in the future.